Alright everybody, welcome to episode 5 with Black Dog Z for the ManniCraft server play. So just taking a look around, as you can see, I finished all 6 of the bat boxes. There's one hiding back there. They're all hooked up to those solar panels and all full. They are currently running this blue alloy furnace that we had built, and the wiring is just hidden in the wall here. I went ahead and upgraded my chests because I was running out of room. You guys didn't get a chance to see that. They're really easy to make though. You just got to put iron around a piece of wood and you'll get an iron upgrade. We might upgrade them further. Just to take the time to let you know, I did find some more diamonds. Now, I noticed that when I said that it was going to be expensive to make that particular machine that I was talking about, let's go ahead and bring up the kinetic generator here, because of these copper coils needing these diamond draw plates. I found out that a diamond draw plate actually lasts longer than one copper coil. So I went ahead and made 8 copper coils here, and if you take a look at the draw plate, actually, I'm just going to find it here. As you can see, it's barely even damaged. That's wonderful. I thought it would be much worse than that. So we're going to go ahead and make that, and we're going to put it up here. We might have to build it up just a little bit higher than that tree just so we can get some good wind, and that way we can build up even further. And then once we're good to go there, we're going to build our engine as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we got some power built up here. I'm actually just going to turn this back on and grab some of this coal coke. Now, Arclight keeps stealing my my coal, but at least he's been giving me coal coke in return. As you can see, we've done a little bit more mining, got some more coal, managed to pick up a few more diamonds because I managed to do the diamond block and still have 6 left over, and we still have all this to macerate now. Another 40 copper. Now the copper is actually what I'm going to macerate. This is what I was specifically looking for today in order to get that done. So first things first, let's go ahead and build that blue electric system, so that we can have our kinetic generator. So first things first, we've got to build that motor. So let's go ahead and build that motor, which means I need to build this. I need to build 2 of those. So we'll go ahead and do that here now. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you guys most of the recipes we're going to be working with. If it's something simple, I will build them off camera, like I said, especially if I've shown them to you before. I'm going to need brass. Yes. I don't currently have any brass. We're going to have to make some brass. Brass, of course, is done by combining copper with tin. So that is simple enough to do. We have both copper and tin. And we should be able to go... Bam! Brass. We're going to need more brass, so I'll go ahead and make some more. 4 should be enough for now. And then we can go ahead and make what we need to make. So there's 2 different ways to do it. You can do it with 2 brass, or you can do it with... Oh wait, that's actually the frame motor. Never mind. Which we will probably build at a later time. So now that we've gone ahead and done our kinetic generator here, let's bring it up in the system. We'll just put our piece of brass there, our piece of blue alloy ignite there. Iron down the sides. And I never actually built the motor. So we'll go ahead and do that actually. It uses pretty much the exact same recipe, so it's fairly simple to do. It was only a small change. Now, why isn't that working? What was that thing called? I can't remember the name of it now. So it was the kinetic generator. It says iron all the way around, brass at the top, iron here, blue alloy here, and blue electric motor. Okay, so if we take a look, I have a blue electric motor, I have bronze. Bronze? That's bronze? I need brass. I wonder why the blue electric motor worked with bronze. Oh, because it doesn't actually use it. That's why. It used 2 copper coils. So I actually made bronze when I wanted to make brass. So let's take a look what it takes to make brass. Bronze blend, bronze blend. Alright, so we need to make some bronze blend. So now I'm wondering, if I just take a piece of bronze, I'm going to take this copper out here for a moment, and I do this. Kind of just want to see what I'll end up with. Yep, bronze blend. So we're just going to go ahead and macerate up a little bit of that. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have both of these working on this particular machine, so it's not actually doing anything. And I'll actually only have one of them turned on, because I wanted to grab a few pieces of coal coke and put it in the bottom one as well. There we go. Sorry about that. So there we go, brass blend. Now I have brass. So now I need to cook that up, but unfortunately we're out of power. So I'm actually just going to grab another Stirling engine, because remember we built 3, so we can actually hook 2 of them up very easily. Experiencing just a little bit of lag here on the server. I do apologize if you're seeing that. And then we'll just turn that, take our lever that we grabbed, put it here, and of course I didn't grab any coal coke, so we'll just take this one piece and throw it in there, just so we can get some power. And then I'll grab 6 more pieces, and I'm actually just going to go put 2 more in there, 2 more in here, and 2 more in here. The reason for that is because we still have some copper we need to get done. I'm actually going to pull this pulverized copper out, put in the pulverized brass blend, because I want to make some brass. So that'll take a minute, but we only need 1 piece of brass, so I'm just waiting for it to come through. That last one was actually a piece of copper, because this system pulls it out of that side before it puts it in the other side. Alright, so now we have our piece of brass. Now next time, I need to pay attention. That's a rotary macerator. Why can I never remember what this thing is called? Luckily, we do have the ability to do that, which is kind of nice. So if you can just remember one of the items in it, you can look it up. So I now have my kinetic generator. Okay, so that is terrific. So we take a look, our pulverizer's going strong. Our brass blend is slowly going through the system, which is always terrific because we need some brass. And then, well, it's night time, so why don't we go ahead and grab some string. Yeah, I just grabbed like 4 stacks, 5 stacks of string. Perfect. And I'll need some sticks, which we have in here. And I'm actually going to make recipes. So now we take a blank recipe and we write that. And then I'm just gonna 10. Whoop. 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 Ooh. Okay, so I made a bunch more sticks because we're going to need it for our canvas plan here. 30 should hopefully do nicely. As you can see, we use the majority of that string because it takes a lot of string. And of course we had 16 of them already, so now we have 46 canvases. So now when I look at sail, we have our wooden sail. Oh, there's a button underneath there, which is always kind of awkward. So we have our wooden sail. Now if I right click the wooden sail, we'll see that a wooden sail is used in a wooden wind turbine, which is what I'm trying to make. So now 6 of these, 2 sticks, and a plank. So now over here, in here, we're actually just going to get rid of this. I'm going to put a new blank in. We're going to take these, we're going to put them in here. Okay. And a plank. And we're just going to write that, because a sail is something that we're going to need a lot of as well. Okay, so now we should be able to take our sail plans, and we should be able to go 1 wooden sail, 2 wooden sail, 3 wooden sail, 4 wooden sail, 5 wooden sail, 6 wooden sail. Alright, so we now have 6 wooden sails. And we have a few left over for any time when we need to make some stuff. So now with 6 wooden sails, we should be able to build this. Now we'll need some iron slab strips. Now an iron slab strip is made with an iron slab, which is a cut in half piece of iron. Cut in half piece of iron, so we'll get 4 iron strips per iron block. We need 3, so we need 1 iron block. Now unfortunately, if you take a look in here, where did I put it? I do have 2 iron panels, which is not going to be enough. We are going to need 9 pieces of iron. We don't have any iron currently, so we'll just grab that up. And, oh wait, I do have iron apparently. And we're just going to take the rest of this here. I'm going to stick it in here. Now the other thing I did make, which is kind of neat, is the pocket crafting table. Real simple. Allows you to craft right from your inventory. And it's kind of nice in the fact that once you do that, you will have the ability to make a ton of stuff when you need it. The downside there being that you have to keep those 9 spots in your inventory free. I don't generally. My inventory is generally pretty messy. So that's always a downside, is the fact that my inventory is generally pretty messy. So that's always something that you have to look at. Is this done? Yep. Oh, we can just take that out. And are you maxed on power yet? Yes. Well, we will take... I always need tin. I'm just going to put some tin in here. Just to burn out that piece of coal coke that just lit up. So we'll do that just so we can get rid of it. And of course it'll pump over there. And that should have more coal coke. Yeah. And there. And if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. Its internal storage of power should be more than enough to take care of that. So now I have to make it all the way over to Taskas and Arclights. And the reason for that is because I need another iron block. Now the reason that I have to go all the way over there to get these iron blocks is because of GregTech. GregTech makes things a little bit harder. And by harder, I more so mean more tedious. You have to do more work to do certain things. Makes things take longer. So the big thing here is that you can only make blocks in a compressor now. Unfortunately, we decided not to start with IC2, and a compressor is needed to get things going for some of this stuff. And a compressor is only available in IC2. So we're just going to take our 9 ingots here and we're going to stick them in there, and it will go ahead and compress. Of course, since we're over here, there's not much else we can do, so we just wait for it to finish.
Okay, how do you build a mixed metal ingot now?
Alright, so now that we've done that, we can head back. And it's starting to get daylight out, which is nice. It makes the run... Ooh, that's a drop. Makes the run a little smoother when it's going to daylight. Because the zombies aren't so worried about me as they are the daylight. And you can hear Arclight in the background trying to figure out the changes to GregTech as well. It can be difficult. Some of the changes that GregTech made, I don't understand. They seem to make some things harder and some things not. Like as an example, take a look at the macerator. So a macerator is something they made more simple, is make harder. So as you can see, it needs diamonds now or diamond dust. It needs to use an advanced circuit or a gate. It needs to use a machine block, bronze metal, aluminum hull, or a sturdy casing. Requires way more flint than it used to, so it uses all 9. But if we go to the rotary macerator, which is something a little different, it requires an advanced machine block, a macerator, and refined iron. Once you get the macerator, it's almost worth it just to get the rotary macerator because you have a macerator already, and this is simple once you get the needed stuff. You gotta make mixed metal ingots and such, which makes things a little bit harder. And unfortunately, as you can see, just taking a look through it, it is the only thing that can macerate. Pulverizer can pulverize, and it's the same idea, but it doesn't do nearly as much. Now let's get back to work on what we were working on. So in order to make those particular types of pillars, we need to take our iron block, put our diamond handsaw in, and create 2 iron slabs. Once we create 2 iron slabs, we can create 4 slab strips, which is what it was looking for. So now that we've done that, we can go to sail. See, as you can see, I can't remember the name of it. So we have the wooden wind turbine, we have our iron slab strips, we have our wooden sails. So now we can go like this, put in our wooden sails, and put in our slab strips. And that makes a wooden wind turbine. Now I really wish that there was a better way to do this, you know, maybe a wind turbine that would last longer, because these do break. And unfortunately, there isn't currently. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my pick, and I'm going to break this right here. The reason I'm breaking that right there is because we are going to put the kinetic generator there. Bam! So, now, I was going to put it right here, but I don't want to. I actually... Yeah, we're going to put this back. Okay. I'm actually going to put our kinetic wind generator right here. And the reason I'm going to put it right here is because I'm going to use some planks to get above the tree. Now, there is a downside here, in the fact that once I go up, I'm going to have trouble getting down. So, I need this particular type of wood. And the reason I need that particular type of wood is because I want the wooden planks to be all the same color. If we're going to be building something up, I'm hoping that we can get something that looks all the same color. Alright, so I got enough wooden planks. Now, what else am I going to need? I'm going to need a ladder. And the reason I'm going to need a ladder is because I need to be able to get down from there. As you can see, I'm just making a few more pieces of ladder. So that way, Now I have exactly 64 ladder, because there wasn't enough in here, unfortunately. So now I can go up to a height of 64. Now, when I'm already at a height of 73, going up to another 64 should not be an issue. So what we do is we go, and then we just jump down, and I'm actually just going to stand on top of this for a second, because I'm getting hungry and we need to eat. Okay, we're now at 88. As you can see, we're pretty high up. We're going to go a little higher yet, though, because the higher we get this thing to go, the more we're going to get for power. I think that should be high enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to hit shift, walk to the edge, and I'm going to go like this. And there's a reason I'm doing that. And the reason I'm doing this is because if I don't, I'm going to have some issues. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take this and I'm going to set it here. Ooh. That is not what I wanted. There we go. Now, I didn't bring my wiring, so I'll have to go down and get it. Whoops. Not good if you don't use the actual ladder. These are a pretty large ball. Alright, so let's grab some blue alloy wire. Now, unfortunately, the blue alloy wire is not going to be strong enough to travel that far. Blue alloy wire is not designed for long travel. Loses a lot of power very quickly. But what we can do with blue alloy wire is this. Oh, wait, I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted to run it here, because we're going to be running it there. And I did it again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to build another tower. And we're going to see if this actually produces electricity. I don't think it will. It is connected though. Fortunately, this is a waste of an axe. I really wish I had used dirt. Dirt scaffolding is the way to go. Of course, you know, there's actual scaffolding, but that require additional resources that we may not have at this point. Alright, so now if this doesn't work, we're going to have to build a transformer, and I don't believe it will. And if we take a look, a transformer is another 2 copper coils, iron ingots, and blue alloy ingots. And I need to build 2 of those, one to convert to high voltage and one to convert back. If I just type in volt, I can check out the voltmeter. Voltmeter is easy to build, needs nickelite, copper, and wood. So we're going to go ahead and build one of those. I'm just going to grab a piece of this. And my copper should be over here. Yep. I have more copper if I need it. So now we're going to go over here. And we click on this. Go here. Take that, put that there. And then and we have a voltmeter. Now the nice thing about a voltmeter is it will allow us to check if we're actually receiving a voltage. Now, as you can see, 107 volts, 0 amps. So that's actually working there. Now, unfortunately, this won't tell me anything until I get it hooked up. So now if I put the turbine in here, it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, see we got 4.75 volts, 1.98 amps. And check down here. We're almost out of voltage. Oh no, that's not too bad. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Unfortunately, I need to get rid of this. Now in theory, it should get me what I need. So now we can put this away. And I'm just going to toss this in here. Wait, that doesn't go in there. That actually goes in here. I'm going to toss these in here too. The iron bars I'm going to keep, because I have a feeling I'm going to need those. So now we need the blue electric engine. Just type in engine, it's probably easier. So, we take a look at this. The blue electric engine requires a blue electric motor, a couple of brass gears, glass, and brass at the top. So, let's go ahead and make our blue electric motor. We need to make the copper coils again. So, it means we're going to need 8 more of these fine copper wires, which is just copper run through the diamond draw plate. So, let's go ahead and grab our diamond draw plate, wherever we did put it. And we have plenty of copper to run that through. So just go like that. So there we go. We now have 8 of those. Okay, so now we need 8 iron bars and 8 pieces of iron. Okay, so now let's go ahead and build this engine. Well, the motor anyway. Well, not even the motor, the coils. So there we go. We got the 2 coils for the engine. So now that we have the 2 coils for the engine, we should be able to make the actual motor itself. And I used tin. Whoops. What happens when you don't pay attention. Okay, so now that we have that, we should be able to make this. But first we need to make brass gears, which is stone covered in brass. So we'll go over here. We already know we have some sticks. We need 2 wooden gears, right? And we take our 2 wooden gears and we cover them with that, making stone gears. Now, I do have some brass. I don't know how much. That's 7 brass. Not quite enough. I need 1 more, I think. Yeah, I don't have another brass in there. So now, the way we do that... I'm probably going to do it the same way as last time. Just because it was easier for me. I only have 3 copper in my inventory. So we'll grab some more copper. I'm going to take copper, copper, copper. Tin. Make bronze. Go here. Pulverize. As you can see, none of my motors are running anymore. But I do have enough built up stored energy that it shouldn't be an issue doing both of those. As you can see, it's all done. So now I have a couple of bronze. Now how much bronze did I need? So now that I have a couple of bronze, I actually need to remaciate them. What? Oh wait, I know what's happening. Heh. Okay, so now that that's turned off, do that again. Because what I need to do is I need to emaciate them, but I don't want them cooking. That's where my issue was coming in. Now in theory, I can make brass. Now from there I cook it. There we go. Whoops, I knew I had did something wrong. Wasted a little bit of power there, not too big of a deal. But now we have the 8 brass needed. Let that other brass just cook up. Alright, so we got our brass gears. Oh, looks like we need more brass. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I have no brass. But I do have copper and tin. Making bronze. And then hopefully I'll have enough power to do this. I should probably toss another piece of coal coke in there. And just let it build up some more power. That guy could probably use one too. Just one, not 2. So just take that and toss it in there. And it'll start pushing up power to it. As you can see, this thing's slowly building up again. It's cooking up the last one now, but I should have enough. Alright. So now that we have everything we need... Oh, I forgot to grab my glass. Do I have glass in here? Nope. Alright. Glass. Just one piece of glass. And I'll build it here just because I'm here already. 2, 3. And then 1, 2. And then the blue electric motor. Now I have a blue electric engine. Now this engine works a little differently, which is kind of nice actually. Because these engines can now come down. Once they're done, anyway. They still got a little ways to burn. No sense in wasting fuel. Alright, so while those are building those, we will grab wooden conductive pipe, gold conductive pipe. Now, the other thing that we need to do is we need to run the blue alloy. We need to run the alloy wires. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just drop down in here. Where's my shovel? Well, I don't have a shovel. I'm actually going to build a shovel. Look at that. Everything you need to build a shovel. Why am I building a shovel? Because I need to get over here. Now, right here is a battery box. So now, in theory, I should be able to do that. And run it all the way along. Now, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to need this torch. Yeah, we can put it there. It should be fine. Alright, so those are still burning. So we will go ahead. Ooh. Somebody stole my dirt. That's the downside to Enderman. So now I'm just going to take this oak wood plank and I'm just going to put it there. Why am I going to put it there? Because I think it looks good and it will allow me to run this properly. Alright. So now I'm actually just going to run it to there. So now we go like this. And we go thump, thump, do. And we go do. Alright, so now that that's run to there, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to make a couple more torches, because I'm going to look up that area down there pretty good. Do I actually have any sticks? Nope. I'll need to make some sticks. Get some torches. Now, I personally think that that actually looks really good. So, I'm going to need to cover up some of that. So, we'll go ahead and do that actually while we're waiting. So, we just take this and go like this. And we can make these, and then these. They look exactly like the floor. And there we go. So now if I go upstairs, you can't even tell that that's there. Yeah, does a pretty good job, eh? And then if I take any of this stuff down or move it, I still won't be able to tell it's there, as long as I don't move the battery boxes, which there's no plan on moving them. Alright. So it looks like these are finally done running. So we'll just go ahead and take this down. And then we're also going to take this down. Now this is a self-adjusting motor, so we're going to run a quick test of it here. So first things first, we take the motor and we put it here. And then I don't know if I can rotate it. You know what? Actually, I should be able to. this way. And the reason I'd want to do it that way is so that the wooden pipe sits properly. Okay, so we can tell it's activated. And if I just take our wooden conductive pipe and put it here... What? Doesn't accept wood conductive pipe. Hold on. What does it connect up with? Huh. That seems odd. Alright, give me 1 second here. I'm going to take a look at this blue electric engine, which says that it's supposed to make Buildcraft power, but for some reason isn't. Alright, normally I don't like to look at wikis, but unfortunately sometimes you have to. Alright, so let me just do this. So now I'm just going to exit out of this. I'm wondering if this requires... Huh? Oh yeah, it just doesn't look like it's connecting, but it appears to be. Cool. Okay, so now if I just take, what can I take? We'll take the iron, lead, silver, and aluminum, and just go. So now the pulverizers are starting to drain. So now we just go tink. Now as we can see, it seems to be running with a decent power output. That engine's just still starting to warm up. You can see it getting faster already. Still having a little bit of problem keeping up, but not bad at all. That is much better. Wow, that looks beautiful. I really like the look of that, so now I just want to see something here. We want to... Where did our little thingy go? Have I gone blind? Oh, no, there it is. I have gone blind. Alright. So what I want to do is I actually just want to test how much draw this is doing. Okay. Seems to be holding pretty steady now. Alright. It's powering these two machines, not a problem. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I'm here, you there?
Well, looks like Clinton needs me. Just give me 1 moment here.
Microphone activated.
How can I help you, Arclight?
Yeah, a creeper came in after me into the nether portal and turned it off on me. I don't have a flint and steel.
One moment. Alright, flint. Does it have to be actual steel or is iron fine? I can never remember
Which
that.
is my own stupidity.
It's just flint and iron, right?
Correct.
Okay, now I gotta find the nether portal. Give me 1 second, I just need to put some stuff away. I can't believe he followed you into the nether.
No, he was already in here.
Oh. I wonder what he was doing in there.
I don't know.
He must have spawned near the portal somehow. Alright, I'm ready to roll. Oh yeah, I now have infinite Buildcraft energy.
Oh, what are you doing?
Well, you should come take a look at my house.
Well, I'm gonna go look for a fortress instead.
Okay, so where exactly is the nether portal?
Just east of the big giant building.
Okay. Well, not the big giant building, but it's getting night, so hopefully we can get there soon enough. Giant creeper hole. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's an awkward place to put a building. Ow, ow, ow.
Just mainly because I wanted it away from everything.
Well, I understand. The nether portals can cause some lag and stuff, so... You should really put a door on this thing.
I should.
Okay, coming through. Okay, it's active.
No, it's not. You're gonna come through, I think.
Come on the roof.
Okay, yeah, come down here and reactivate it down here.
Okay, come through.
Thanks.
I recommend next time you're in the nether, just destroy the one on the roof. Well, this place also doesn't have a roof.
I'll go out and see if I can find a fortress.
Why? What are you looking for? You looking for blaze?
And brick.
Nether brick? Yeah, nether brick's nice. Bring back extra if you do happen to find one. Alright, now let's see if we can make it home without dying. Alright, those angry zombies really hurt. As you saw in the very first episode when you watched this. 2 hits, and you were dead. But there we go, we got our blue electric furnace up. We've saved Clinton from the nether. I think that's about enough for one episode. So join us all again when we're ready to go make some more stuff. I'm thinking we're going to make the rest of the items that go with the pulverizer and the powered furnace and see what we can come up with. Alright, have